Welcome back, you lovely, lovely people. You lovely, lovely autistic Age of Empire 3 enjoyers. How you all doing? Okay, we got another game today, and I'm bringing you another Inquisitor. Well, I said that, and then people liked it when I said Little Inquisitor, so I'm going back to the terrible English, and I'm calling it Little Inquisitor. So, Little Inquisitor, back with you with another game. Let's see what he can cook up this game. Really fun player to watch the game. He's playing as Germany again. We saw him do that speed bug. I think it was last week now. We saw him do that speed bug with, it was the Cossack Daredevils, where with the German church card, where you get the extra speed, but none of the extra coin cost, which was really, really cool. You know, nothing crazy, nothing OP, but it was still kind of a oversight / bug. And most of you called it an oversight, which is kind of true. But nonetheless, it was still one of those little niches in the game that you've probably never seen before or heard of before. So it's really cool to show those unique kind of builds, those unique niches in the game. That's what I love doing about Age of Empires 3. Okay, he's going up against Big Carbone. Carbone playing as his main squeeze, the British, the Royal Redcoats. He is a good player with them. Easily a 2k elo player, if not 2.1k elo player with Brits. So this is a pretty high elo level game. That top 60, top 70 gameplay. Top 50 at times, both these players. Very, very good. Very, very strong. So we've got Age 1 going on here. Let's have a look at some of the decks. And look at this. Little Inquisitor's gonna be bringing us something, Jose. Something a little bit spicy. Something with the cherry on top, Speedy Outlaw. Are we going to see the same thing? Are we going to see, because it was the Cossack Daredevils. Now, I believe you can do that with with the Highwayman. So you can get the speed buff for the Highwayman and the Cossack Daredevil, I've been led to believe. So maybe we get something a little bit different. Maybe we get something different to the Cossack Daredevils. A little treasure contestant. No, who's going to pick that up? I think it's going to be Blue. No, it's Carbone. Carbone picks up the 40 wood. I've seen a couple of wood treasures now picked up by Carbone, so he's got a fantastic start here. Carbone going to be going up with 18 villagers by the looks of it here. He's definitely built another house, I think. Yeah, look at that. That is so good. Whenever Brits get good wood treasures in Age 1, they're able to build another manor. Basically, wood treasures in early Age 1 means extra villagers. Like that. That's how good. That is how good wood treasures are for Brits. Also, food treasures are very good because you age up faster, and Brits already age up fast as it is. Look at this time. With 18 villagers. Look at the age up time. This is the one thing I've always said about Brits. If Brits had to age up at 3 minutes every game, I'd be fine with Brits. But because they get to age up 2 minutes 30 to 2 minutes 45 with the best economy in the game, it's just too good, man. It's just too good. And that's why so many top players play Brits. Little Inquisitor's going to be picking up a peace treaty worth nothing, but granting 50 XP a peace treaty worth nothing. Very funny, devs. Very funny. And this is the classic Brit meta here. You kind of build a manor in the middle of the map, and that gives you 2 villagers, which are going to be there to build your forward base. And it's just a nice little trick, because rather than walk 2 villagers, which is what you normally do, is you take 2 villagers all the way to the middle of the map to build your forward base, your barracks or stable, whatever it might be. But with Brits, they can just walk 1 villager, so that a whole villager is not wasted time just walking. Because obviously you don't want villagers walking, because that's a waste of time. They're not gathering resources. So by doing this and building a manor in the middle of the map, you're not wasting an extra whole villager second. You're just building your manor, and bang, that second villager walks from there to there, rather than from here to here to build the FB. So really nice, just a little, you know, one of those little things that just kind of is the difference between low to high elo play. Carbone, a very standard water deck here. Does have his 3 rockets and his Gentleman of the Pike. Yeoman in his deck as well. There goes the barracks. Just age up with the governor. So I think we'll see an outpost. There it is.
Heil.
Heil. That sounded pretty German to me, not British.
Heil. Ready. Ready. Commandment. Yes. Heil. Commandment.
Heil. Heil. I said that and my arm started to rise up, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want YouTube to ban me. That old English. basically is nonsense. I only believe there's only a very few amount of words that are kind of still used today that they were back then. Crazy to think how, you know, much developed languages become over, you know, just a matter of a few hundred years. Okay, so Carbone is, wow, he's gone for 700 wood and shipping 6 musketeers now. Obviously wants a really strong early timing. Little Inquisitor is making the Highwayman. Let's go. Hopefully we get to see the speed bug. It is a map where you look at this, you have 2 starting mines in base. So he's going to be doing outlaw builds or mercenary builds. Both very effective. And look at this, the Highwaymen. They start off as a Dragoon unit and they can convert into a Musketeer unit. The difference between them and the Cossack Daredevils that we saw last time round is the Cossack Daredevils are a cavalry unit. They're more of a heavy cavalry unit that turn into a Musketeer. So you've got a Goon and a heavy cav unit that can both turn into Musketeers. So kind of cool. Okay, the Palatine Settlements has come in, which is going to increase his population cap, because these Highwaymen are 5 pop, I believe. No, they're 4 pop each. Okay, still very heavy, though. There goes one villager. Very nice catch by Carbone. And look at this. Now there's 10 Highwaymen. He's going to get snared by an Ulan as well, by the looks of it. Okay, so very greedy here by Little Inquisitor. He's going for Silversmith now. And that's going to be a nice little early cleanup. Don't forget, Carbone sent a whole shipment with that Musketeer batch. He did kill one villager, but I don't think he got anything else. He killed, what, 1 or 2 Highwaymen, maybe? Maybe 3, because he's got 7. So maybe he killed 3, actually, which is not too bad. But still came off with slightly worse. Another big batch of Highwaymen there now. Silversmith coming in. That's going to help the yield on these mines as well. You can see they're 1.32 to 1.6, is it? 1.56. And it also helps the yield. So these mines last a little bit longer. So getting Silversmith nice and early is really important. The earlier you get it, the more gold you save. So that's really nice. Okay, Little Inquisitor going for some Highwaymen right now, raiding. And another thing about Highwaymen is they have a bullseye attack. So like Cowboys... Oh, that's a nice catch as well. Trying to build a second barracks there. That village got caught out big time. So these Highwaymen have that bullseye attack, which is basically a double their first range attack, their charged ability is double the damage, but also it has 16 range, so they can kite with that one big shot and then run away. So they can kite musketeers with their charged ability, which is actually really good. Ulan raids being here. Little Inquisitor's being super sneaky, forcing the Minutemen 300 resources already, and he only kills 1 Ulan. Huge response there, but now look at all of the Highway come in. They come in with that charged ability as well. You want to, with these guys, in, out, shake it all about. You do the okey dokey and you turn around. Okay, if you don't know that song, you don't know that song. So you want to be in, out, and using that charged ability really effectively. And look at this. He's even going for team cavalry attack. So you can see here their range attack for Highwaymen is going to go to 18 attack. So that will now mean, I think, their bullseye attack will do 36, right? It should impact their charge ability. No doubt we'll see in a second. Okay, both the mines in base now being gobbled up. Does have one down here. Does have one here. So, there are a few, but they're now started to be scattered around the map. Wow, his bullseye attack is now 41. So it is slightly more than double. It's like 2.1, 2.2 times the original attacks. That's insane! They have a 41 bullseye attack with 16 range. That is so good. Oh my god. And this Ulan, look at that. Oh, he put it on trample mode and he killed in 2 hits. He killed 6 Minutemen. Beautiful micro there. And he keeps that one Ulan alive. And just one Ulan on a map like this can be super annoying against villagers. Just raiding around the map with just a handful of Ulans here and there can be super annoying. Going for 2 settler wagons now. This is a 4 villager shipment. So this one is a 6 villager shipment. So 3 settler wagons is honestly one of the best shipments in the game because it's worth 6 villagers, which the most you can get in H2 normally is 5 vills. Some civs only have 4 vills. But also it gives you 2 Oolons on top of that. So it is one of the best shipments in the game. He's now sending 2, which is still a 4 villager shipment with 2 Oolons, so that's nice. And now look at this flank coming in. All of these bullseye attacks going off, even kind of getting in the way with his Oolon as well, which he's forced to attack. Bringing in a settler wagon. Great micro there. That settler wagon is deliberate, by the way. The settler wagon is there just to try and tank. Kind of baited too hard, though, because it did die. However, I think he needed that settler wagon to die in order to win this fight because, you know, these guys only have 155 HP. That's basically the same as the musketeer. So they do die very quickly. I love this. I can't get over that 41 bullseye attack. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And I want to look at Brits, but I can't look away here. I really can't look away. So we lost 1 settler wagon, but we still have 9 settler wagons. So that's an extra 9 population-wise. So he's basically on, what, 37 villagers? Okay. 38 villagers now. With Silversmith, compared to Carbone, who's on 43. And there's no Spice Trade or Silversmith. So, actual fact, Lil Inquisitor might actually have the better economy here. He might actually have the better economy here. It's very, very close. I think the Silversmith is definitely will be the difference here. However, Brits are mostly on food as opposed to coin, which is a faster gathering. So the economy is very, very close, actually. Still H2, 45 bills. No more eco cards. Could go to the water. This is the, you know, when Brits max out their manners, they can then start to have a really good water boom. Running around the map with Highwaymen, and this is what they're really good at. In H2, to have a Dragoon unit in H2 is really, really strong. And very few civs have a Dragoon type unit. They're not the best at raiding. They actually have a 0.5 multiplier versus it, so that's a negative multiplier. But nonetheless, okay, a couple of Oolons coming in now. That is going to be nice. Running these musketeers around. And that's that speed that these goons have. 7.25 cavalry unit. Very, very nice. Oolons trying to kill some of these longbows. Just being, again, look at these villagers. They're not gathering. They're having to attack Oolons. And they're just being super annoying. And look at the scores. It was a dead heat a second ago. Neck and neck. Anybody's game. I think Brits need more longbows, that's for sure. Okay, musketeers catching these highwaymen now, but that bullseye attack, even with the negative multiplier, that's still 20 straight damage that they're doing against villagers there. He's being so annoying. Actually killing some villagers here. Nice. Down to 43. Just raiding on 2 sides as well. Really effective. Okay, finally we get some longbows in here. Going to do some work. Look at that. They absolutely decimate highwaymen. Okay, 700 coin or 600 coin coming in now. He's running out of H2 shipments. Probably wants to start to think about H3, which he probably will now. He's got 21 villagers on food. So might, with that 700, 600 coin, age up. Inquisitor has just aged up. And his first shipment is gonna be Harcubusers. Oh, baby. I call them Harcubruisers because they do bruise. Then they bruise hard. 27 villagers, like every single villager apart from 5 that are producing vills. All of, oh, and finally we get to see the highwaymen. Finally we get to see the highwaymen go into their musketeer version. He hasn't actually used the church card yet, Treaty of Westphalia, so we don't see the speed bug just yet. Hopefully we do get to see that. But look at this. 27 of his villagers are on coin production. These guys, like their goon counterparts, do have chargeability as well. It's not quite as good. It does a lot of damage, though. Look at that. 14 times 3. So that's, what, 28? Wait, why is my math so bad? It's like 42 or something. So it's about the same damage as the goon chargeability, but it doesn't have as much range. So that's the downside. They do have a 1.3 fire rate. Which is really interesting. Look how fast they fire. That's actually insane. 1.3 fire rate in ranged? What? That's crazy. That is crazy. That's faster than a longbow. And they have almost the same attack. That is interesting. Wow. With the shootout ability. So they do their charged ability, which is 3 single shots instantly, and then they go straight into their normal range attack. So their charged ability is basically 4 attacks in one. Like that is, they do so much damage. That's kind of crazy, actually. That is crazy. Does have these Hark abusers as well. They have increased damage thanks to the team cavalry attack here, don't forget. So they do 92 ranged attack with 1 area effect and 139 hand attack. These things are scary. 24 siege. Oh, he's sending Treaty of Westphalia. Maybe we get to see the bug just yet. Oh, let's go, baby. So he's turning them from goons into musketeers, which is definitely better because they do more damage in their musketeer form. They're not as quick, of course, but they do a lot more damage in this form. Oh, Hark abusers are going in for it. Got to be careful, though. There's a lot of anti-cav. Treaty West. Oh, look at that show. Didn't do a lot of damage to villagers, though. They don't have the negative multiplier versus villagers in their musketeer version. Okay, there comes the tech. Tilly's disciple. There it comes. The Hark abusers are in melee. Some of them are in range. They're basically one-hitting these musketeers. Oh, it's crazy. The highwaymen now have 5.1 speed. Let's go. A musketeer with 5.1 speed. We saw it in the first game. We saw it with the Cossack Daredevils. We're now seeing it with the highwaymen. These guys are insane. 1.3 fire rate. You love to see it. However, they are still a musketeer unit. They still have the heavy cavalry tag, which means longbows do multiple damage versus them. But look at that beautiful 48 bullseye attack they have. 48! Okay. But more musketeers coming in. So this is a really close fight, actually. Really, really close fight. 38 plus the 9 settler wagons compared to 57 vills. So Brit's pulling away there, actually. And now he finally has boats with double docks. So Brit's looking... They managed to hold that push. Their 3K score up now. Brit's starting to look really good. Sending in 9 musketeers. Okay. Would I prefer 2 falconets here, maybe? Kill some villagers, though. That's nice. A couple of villagers down. But that's a lot of highwaymen. Okay, we've got a couple of Ulons here. 61 vills for Brits, though. Maybe these can be the big deal breaker here and try and whittle down some of those villagers because Brits' economy is kicking off right now. Oh my God, look at the speed. 5.4. What is, they're like almost, what is that speed? Look how fast they are with their yellow wellies on. Look at them go. Them beautiful Ugg boots. They're faster than the highwaymen. Tilly's disciple works for all infantry. 5.4 speed Pandours. Now that is every longbow's worst nightmare. These things obviously are, look at that, 25 range attack with 2.5 multiply versus light infantry. So longbows get absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. They do like 70 damage or something to longbows. Basically, they 2-hit longbows. They 2-hit longbows. And 5.4 speed. There's no running from these guys. Oh my goodness me. They don't have any negative multipliers versus villagers either. What, for some reason, their hand attack has a 3 multiplier versus villager. That's so random. They are so fast. Oh my God, look how slow villagers are looking in comparison. 4 speed looks so slow. I think Carbone's waiting for veteran Hus. That gold mine's so valuable in the middle of the map. Carbone could just push that. Where's he going? Is he just sacking this off by the looks of it? Oh, veteran just comes in at the nick of time. Squeezed in veteran Hazars there, like a second before it went down. And he finds a huge catch. He finds a huge catch. And that could be so many dead villagers. The Witcher card has come in. That means he can make the Highwaymen and basically the Outlaws much quicker. But that is a huge catch. Oh my god, so many dead villagers. 61 vills for Carbone, only 34 plus the settler wagons. He's got 9 settler wagons still, so he's still on about 40 villager economy. Oh my god, so much coin. But the Inquisitor card, the Witcher card has come in. Witch Hammer has come in, which means that look how fast these Highwaymen get produced now. He can get the tech. I think it might be an age 4 tech, though, from the church to make them faster as well. Okay, attacking bows with Highwaymen. Oh, that's funny. He needs to protect his base, though. What's going on? Oh, wow. Look at the spam of the Highwayman, though. This is really nice. That's why he sent in the Witch Hammer. Oh, he's lost so many villagers. He's on like 38 villager count now. Lost so many villagers. Oh, but maybe it's his turn to do the reverse sweep of the villager count. Carbone is still up here, but look at the speed of these Pandours. The Highwaymen, the glass cannons do so much damage. The goon counterpart as well. They go into melee, look, and they're so quick. They get so much damage done. Oh my god, so many dead villagers. Carbone now. He's actually meleeing with Pandours. He actually realizes that Pandours have a multiplier versus villagers in melee mode, and Carbone just calls it. He doesn't even take down the... That was what a crazy ending. I thought Carbone was going to win that for sure, but the speed and flexibility of these units, the goons have 7.25 speed. The Highwaymen have 5.1 speed. The Pandours have 5.4 speed. He can just move around the map so quickly, so efficiently. Yes. Whilst these Musketeers have 4 speed, they can't move around very quickly. What a fantastic game. And we got to see Tilly's disciple. Is it Tilly's disciple or Tilly's discipline? Once again, the bug. If you don't know what the bug means from the Treaty of Westphalia, basically these Highwaymen, they still cost 115 coin, but they get the speed buff from the church tech without having to cost more. And that's the bug. That's the niche. Not only does it work with Cossack Daredevils, it works very well with Highwaymen as well. So I'm so happy. Little Inquisitor, thank you so much. We got to see the bug with both the units that the bug works on. Let me know what you guys think is better. Do you like the Highwaymen or do you like Cossack Daredevils? Both good for different things. Cossack Daredevil's much better for raiding, but Highwayman is a goon, which is a much more versatile unit. Doesn't have a terrible matchup like the cavalry has against lots of infantry and heavy infantry particularly. But they can both turn into musketeers, which is really cool and really flexible. I like the Highwayman more. I think I like the Highwayman more. I really think the musketeer version of them is so cool as well. They have a crazy strong charged ability, including these Highwaymen. They have a very strong charged ability. And the Pandours, 5.4 speed Pandours was just the icing on the cake. That's probably going to be the thumbnail, I have to say. Yeah, great game. Great game. 59 Highwaymen. Thank you, DE, for making that a reality. I love this game and the fact that you can do builds like that. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Hope you have a lovely day, and I will catch you in the next game. Peace.